All right, this is a continuation. So I've had a guy come over and attack me here, punch him in the mouth. Um, uh, I had I had this other old guy, Ken. Now I've got another woman too. I'm out there smoking a cigar, and there's a black lady out there, and she's skinny, but she's not really attractive at all. And she looks over me and she says, "Hey," and I go, "Hey." I'm like, so I'm out there smoking a cigar and just want to be left alone. So I'm like, "Oh, hey." She's like, "Hey, do you like black girls?" And I'm like, "Oh, I like all women." And she goes, "Oh." I'm thinking, oh, maybe she's got like a daughter or something. Maybe she can hook me up with her daughter. It's maybe about my age. Mm. So she, she says, "You ever dated a black girl?" And I said, "Yeah, I dated a black girl." "Really?" I'm thinking, oh man, I wonder what this daughter looks like, or maybe she's got like a friend or something that's closer to my age, because she's like in her 60s, she's like 65, 67. And she's around 67, 65. I don't know why I said 67, but 65-ish, 62-ish. And so she's like, oh, so she knows I like black girls, and she knows like all women. She knows I date a black girl. She's like, "Have you ever been with a black girl?" And I said, "No." I said, "Never quite gotten that far with a black girl." And she goes, "Oh, do you want to?" And I'm like, "Oh God, no, no." I said, because I figured out she's talking about herself, so she's like points at herself. I'm like, "Oh God, no, no, I don't. No, that's all right." I said, "I just had my wife just we're going through a divorce. My wife just left me." I said, "So I'm not over all that, and I don't want that right now." And so I so I just left it alone. Well, I'm out there smoking a cigar again, and there's this woman that's been talking to me, and she's cute. She's nuts though, but she's real cute, very attractive. She's got some. I wouldn't say she's nuts, but she's got some problems, and I do too. And I just don't think we need to be together for that. But we hung out a little bit, and I made dinner for her and stuff like that. Well, this woman's this woman's down there, and she's all mad at me. This crazy black lady down there, and she's all mad at me. She's down there a few days later. She's down there. She comes out. She's drunk. I see her up in the window looking out at me, and I'm like, eh. So she comes down the damn stairs, and I can see her get in the elevator. She comes downstairs. I'm like, oh God. So she comes out there, and she's sitting there smoking and just kind of glaring at me, give me the old stink eye. And I'm like, and so my dog's sitting there. My dog's like, looking at her because she's glaring at me. And my dog looks at her and puts her ears up and looks at her, and she goes, "Man, if your dog comes over, I'm gonna kill that dog." And I said, "Well, this is a service dog. That's illegal to kill my service dog." And she says, "Man, I don't care. Man, I'll kill you and I'll kill your family. I'm gonna get my family over here and I'm gonna kill." And I'm like, "What the fuck's your problem?" And she's just running her fucking mouth, just about fucking out, just talking out of her fucking ass. You can smell the fucking alcohol on her. I mean, she's fucking ripped. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. And she was like, "You need to shut the fuck up." I was like, "Why don't you shut the fuck up?" And there's this other woman out there named Yvonne, and she's like, "Yeah, Josh, you need to shut the fuck up." And she's got a beard, not as wonderful as mine. But she's got a scraggly beard, and I said, she goes, "You need to shut the fuck up." And I said, "You know what? You need to go get a razor and knock that shit down, girl. Knock that beard down, girl." I said, "God damn, at least line that shit up." And she got all flustered and shut the fuck up, which was good. So as I'm leaving, I'm walking. Well, this fucking bitch starts following me. And I'm like, um, "Leave me alone." And so I keep on. She's out there yelling the whole time. She's gonna kick my ass. She's gonna get her family over there. How I'm a racist. How I'm a fucking Jew. How I'm a filthy Jew. How I'm a dirty Jew. How I'm blah blah blah. How Hitler should have killed the rest of my family. Blah 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 blah. And on and on and on. And Hitler should have finished the job. And should have. She said that 2 or 3 times and kept calling me a fucking Jew. Called me a fucking kike. Called me everything under the fucking sun. Called me a racist. Called me a peckerwood. I mean everything you can think of. She pretty much belted it all out. She said, called me a peckerwood, called me I don't think she called me honky, but I think everything else she called me that. Just kept calling me a racist. Kept calling me a fucking Jew. Kept making references to the Holocaust. I mean, it was fucking horrible. And so I keep walking. I'm like, listen. I said, listen, bitch. I said, you wanted to be over there and you wanted me to leave. Get your black ass back over there and sit in that fucking fire or that fucking smoke area. I said, don't keep following me. And so she gets all mad, and I keep walking, and she's still following me. So I get over to the sidewalk. I'm like, listen to me, motherfucker. I said, I got fucking PTSD. And she goes, so? And I said, if you come over here and you attack me, I'm probably going to hurt you real fucking bad. So get your ass back over there and leave me the fuck alone. She goes, I ain't scared of you, blah, 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 blah. And I said, you should be. And so the cops pull in. And so she takes off and goes over there. And they stop and they start talking to me. And she comes over and starts acting all crazy. And I'm like, everybody there's like, no, he was walking away from her. She just kept following, kept threatening him, calling him names and da 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 da. She was just acting crazy, So the cops like, you didn't do it. No, I'm sitting over there and she's running the fucking mouth at me. I'm like trying to kill my fucking dog, and I'm like, I'm out of here, bitch. I said, and then she's still yelling at me. I said, she's following me across the parking lot, and they're all like, yeah, she's following across the parking lot. I mean, they all saw it, they all heard it, and so they go over there and they're talking with her, and we're just sitting there on the front bench like. He said, hang on for a second, I think, or something like that, or well, hold on, let's go talk to her, stay right here, we'll be right back, or something like that, something along those lines. They're going to be back and talk to us. So they go over and talk to her. She's over there. You can hear her yelling and screaming and cussing, just acting like a fool over there, just acting crazy as fuck, and out of her fucking mind. And so she goes and anyway, so the cops leave. They don't arrest her. They don't bother me. And they just leave. I'm like, are you going to arrest her? No, we're not going to arrest her. I'm thinking, she's kind of drunk. Well, she's very drunk and she's disorderly. Why are you not fucking arresting her, giving her a fucking ticket or something, And I'm like, whatever, man. So they leave. And a couple days later, I get a order of protection, no stalking order of protection for against me from her. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, first of all, no one knows her as what her name is. Her name's Carlette. Everybody calls her Kay. So I'm like, who's this? The cop's like, well, he goes, I don't know, but that's, you got to figure it out. And so, well, you need to go over there and tell whoever it is I need to stay away from. Who the fuck is this? I don't know who fucking Carlette is. Well, it's fucking Kay is who it is. So, anyway, I have an order of protection against her. So I stay hiding in my apartment. I've been hiding in here pretty much most of the time. I come out very rarely. If I do, I go out to my car and I leave immediately. I don't hang around the grounds. And I hate that. I can't sit out here and visit with my friends if they can come to me, which they do quite a bit. But yeah, I just get in my truck now and just take off. I never hang out in the grounds. I walk my dog around at night when no one else is around. But that's how I'm living now. So I have this. So I don't bother her for a whole month. The day before my court date was on the October 22nd. October 20th. Yeah, October 21st, I believe, is when I was cooking and I was getting ready to cook, and I was getting stuff ready, and I thought, well, I didn't take anything. I was just looking, saying what I was going to cook, and I thought, I need to empty this trash. I had some vegetables and stuff in there that were like kind of rotten, not rotten, but getting real soft and stuff, and sitting in the trash bag, and getting that produce smell, like the produce section at the grocery store smell. It smelled like that, and I'm like, So I took my trash out. I walk out there, and no big deal. Well, I go and throw my trash in there. Don't say a word. Don't see anybody out there really. I mean, there's a few people out in the smoke bed. Didn't really pay attention. Walked up, put my trash in. All of a sudden, they start taunting me, and one of them yells out, "Free Palestine!" I'm like, "What the fuck?" And so I go in, and I'm like, so where it was, I didn't really, I mean, I kind of glanced around as I'm saying, and I said, I got to the door and they're sitting there taunting me and stuff. I'm like, I'm just going to ignore these motherfuckers because that's what they are. They're just motherfuckers. So I open up the door and they're still yelling fucking shit at me. And then they're talking about my fucking dog and telling me I'm not a fucking veteran and telling me I'm faking. I don't really have anything wrong with me and I'm just a fake and on, all this fucking bullshit. And so as I go up as I open up the door, they're still saying all this shit. So I turned around and said, adios, fuckers. I don't have time for your fucking bullshit today. And so I went on in. Well, one of the women gets up out of the group. Her name's Ellen, I think. She gets up and she's got a fucking walker. She comes walking in there, and I'm waiting for the fucking elevator. I'm going back upstairs, and I'm waiting for the elevator, and all of a sudden it's like, here she comes. I mean, right behind me. I'm like, fuck. She's like this uber Christian, like has this fucking study group here, and she's like, she comes in and she's like, Don't you call me a fucker. I'm not a fucker, motherfucker. Blah, 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 fucker, blah, 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 blah. Well, one of the ladies is sitting there that I know named Sally. She gets off the elevator. I'm waiting for it. And she looks, and there's that woman just yelling, screaming at me. And I'm like, I'm backing up. I'm backing up. And I'm like, are you going to attack me? And she's like, I ain't fucking attacking you. Get out of my way, bitch, is what I said. And come on, get out of the way. I never got on the elevator, go upstairs. Well, I called the police about this woman. She's sitting here yelling, screaming at me, threatening me. I called the police about her. The police show up. Well, guess what? That fucking bitch was in that fucking smoke area. And so that fucking bitch called in the police because since I flipped off the whole group, and she was in the group, I was arrested. Yeah, I was taken to jail. Um, on the way down, the cop says, I said, I was in the elevator and door opens. I said, ooh, I probably need my medicine. And he goes, what kind of medicine is it? I said, it's for my PTSD. And he says, well, how long am I going to be down there? And he says, oh, they're probably just going to, more likely just going to process it through and let you go. And I was like, okay. He goes, and if they do stay, he goes, if you are there longer, he goes, we'll make sure you get your medicine. I said, oh, okay, no big deal. So I put me at ease. So I'm driving down there. I'm sitting in this fucking cell and everything, and I'd taken one of my pills before after that one attacked me. I was so keyed up, and I was like, shaking. I took one of those pills to calm me down, and so I already have it on board. It's ready. It's already in my system when I go to jail, so I'm all calm. Well, the thing wears off after about 4 or 5 hours. It starts wearing off. So about 8, 9 o'clock, I'm wigging out. I need my medicine, so I call them. I called the people, and in fact, when I processed in, they told me the same thing. They took down all the medicine I'm on, all my problems, and everything. They took it all down. It's all on record. And I was crying for my medicine, literally crying. I was crying, asking them just to take me to the hospital, take me to the psych ward or something, take me somewhere because I need my medicine. Well, they ignored me, which was good because if they had actually responded to that, I would have been in the psych ward for 3 days or whatever. They've been on some kind of a psych hold or some shit. And so I did get to court and I got out of there, and I'm thankful for that. I really am. I'm thankful that they went ahead and got me out of there. But the problem is they didn't give me my fucking medicine. If they gave me my fucking medicine, everything would have been fine. But they didn't give me it. They didn't give me any pain pills for my back. They didn't give me any. They didn't give me anything for my blood pressure and my heart. They didn't give me anything. They didn't give me my depression medicine. Didn't give me my anxiety medicine. Didn't give me any of my medicine. I had no medicine for 24 hours, and I went to court. This judge up there, whatever, lets me go. And so, or whatever shit, it's such a fucking blur. I was so out of my mind, they let me loose. I remember vaguely walking around downtown. I remember I walked over to this bar, and my back's killing me, and it took me forever to get there. So I get to this bar that I go to, and I asked to call my cousin. I'm so distraught. I'm just out of my mind. I cuss him out, and I left. Went down to the library. I asked if I used the phone. Well, the reason they didn't call my brother to get my medicine because I don't have my brother's number. I don't know my brother's number. I left my cell phone at home, so I couldn't call him. I said, well, send a car over there and just have a sheriff. You guys are part of the fucking sheriff's department. Have the sheriff go out there and just tell him that I need my pills. Have him call down to the jail. And they're like, oh, we can't do that. I mean, you can't fucking do that. So they wouldn't call because I didn't have my cell phone. Well, why am I going to take them if I'm getting fucking arrested? Why would I take my fucking cell phone with me, Well, this is one grainy camera, isn't it? Oh, look at this thing. It's so fucking grainy. Anyway, well, it might be because I need glasses. Let's see. It's still grainy. Anyway, so I go to jail. I get out, and I don't know. I remember vague little things. I can remember walking around. I remember cussing people out in the library. I remember cussing them out at the bar. I don't remember walking too much. I remember walking, but I don't remember exactly walking there. I remember I left the library and I was so upset. I was out on the front bench crying my eyes out. And I saw my brother come by his car, and I'm like, oh my God, hey, motherfucker. Hey. I was so keyed up. I was yelling, screaming, cussing, waving my arms. He pulled over. I walked back there. He asked how I was doing. I said, I'm not good. And I hugged him. I started crying. He's like, come on, let's go. I'm like, I really just wanted to hug for a little bit. Not like a gay thing, but like a brotherly kind of thing, I mean, if you're gay and you like hugging guys, that's all right too. I don't fucking care what you do. Anyway, so I get out and I come here. Well, I was out of my mind for a week and a half. And during that week and a half, the property manager came up, after I'd gotten out. I was kind of loud. I was kind of wild. And I was having some kind of a mental crisis thing, I think is what they like to call that. I had dissociation. I remember doing some of this stuff, but I don't know why I was doing it. I was out driving around. I was out of my mind. I had my keys. I'm out driving my truck around. Every time the cops showed up, I thought they were here to arrest me. I was terrified. I'm still terrified when the cops come up. My heart still races when I see the Galesburg police go by. My heart just races. And that's what's funny is the sheriff's department doesn't bother me. And they're the fuckers that been giving me my fucking medicine. Just the fucking Galesburg police that arrested me. And I shouldn't have been arrested in the first place because I've never done anything to this fucking woman. So now I've gotten home and I'm acting crazy. And the property manager comes up and is like, "This is Laura. Josh, this is Laura." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know who you are." And she said, I'm like, "What do you want?" And she's like, "I'm here to see if there's anything I can do to help." And I'm like, "Well, a little too late, bitch." I said, you should have nipped this fucking shit in the bud a long time ago. I said, you didn't even do your fucking job. You didn't even fucking protect me. I said, you didn't give me a safe fucking place to live. I said, there's nothing for you to do. I said, you've done enough damage, you know? And I told her, I said, why don't you go? I said, why don't you take your and this is someone else's in here telling me I said all this. I don't remember saying all this. But she says, I told her, I said, why don't you take your fat ass back downstairs and sit at your desk and do nothing? Because that's about the only thing you're good for, is what I said, or that's the only thing you're good at, or something along those lines. And she got mad. We got a little helper and came up there and talked to me again. I said, listen, bitch, I don't need fucking help from you. I said, take your fat ass downstairs. I said, leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to be fucking bothered. I need to decompress. Leave me the fuck alone. Let me decompress. And just kept fucking bothering me. Just kept fucking bothering me. Come up and I was banging on my door, and I'm like, I'm already so keyed up because I got PTSD, so I'm already fucking keyed up as it is. I mean, I've just been captured, you know, and held prisoner. So it's like fuck. And so, and I'm wigging out. I don't have my fucking medicine. The cops just dropped me on the street, so I'm wigging out. I mean, I'm out of my fucking mind. And then she keeps coming back here, knocking on my fucking door. And then this guy across the hallway has this fucking scanner on real loud, so all night long I hear, it's not like the fucking cops are outside my door. In fact, I for a while there, I had I had the mattress, I had my mattress, you know, my sleeping mattress, pushed in the hall, pushed in that little entryway, and I had chairs up against the door and everything else, kind of trying to make it so if someone tried to come in, at least it would slow them down a little bit, and enough for me to get up and get a weapon and defend myself. I was terrified someone was going to come out. I was terrified the police were going to come get me in the middle of the night like a SWAT team. I was terrified of the Galesburg police, and I still don't like them. I'm getting a little better, but I'm terrified every time they come here. I'm terrified they're going to arrest me because I didn't do anything wrong. And that's what someone's going to say. They're going to say, well, you didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong last time either. I went and took my fucking trash out, and that got me in jail. So they gave me a 30-day notice thing, like a written one. And then yesterday I was served with papers from an actual server, and I've got to go to court on December 19th and defend myself because, and since they didn't give me a safe place to live, I told them I'm not paying my rent until you make this place safe for me, and they haven't. Now they're taking me to court because of my incident, and also because I didn't pay rent. Well, there's a law in Illinois that says, I don't know if it actually applies to this exactly, but if you have electrical shit, you know, that can cause a fire, cause damage, cause death, anything like that, you can withhold rent until the landlord takes care of that and remedies the situation. Well, I've been threatened. I've been falsely charged and jailed, um, and you know, I don't feel very safe here walking around at night and stuff with this crazy bitch running around. This lady, and in fact, here's the kicker. It's not like I'm the first one. There's been four of us. Four. One, two, three, four. Four of us. I'm number four. A guy named Jeff was number three. He has text. I have copies of his text, like screenshots that are printed off of his text from this woman, and she's doing the same thing there. Insulting him, saying she's going to have her kids come and kick his ass. I got the damn text sitting right there, and just crazy shit. Telling about how she hates white people and how he's a racist and how she never should have trusted white people and on about white people and calls him racist and makes fun of he has seizures. So she makes fun of him having seizures and said she's going to go and tell everyone he's impotent and everything, which he's not. But just a mean, nasty bitch, just a nasty piece of shit. And but she also stood outside and also told a lady in a wheelchair and with oxygen that she was wanting someone to go inside, grab her ass, and pull her out here so she could beat her ass. It's like, why is this fucking woman still here? She's walking around threatening everybody, threatens me, calls me a fucking Jew, threatens to kick this lady's ass, threatens to kick my ass, threatens to kill me, threatens to kill my dog, but she's still here. Fucking amazing. Oh, I'm living at the Galesburg Towers in Galesburg, if you want to know. Galesburg Towers. That's where I'm living at. And it's like a fucking shit show. In fact, they even have a reputation around town. When I went to court, that one guy's like, "Where are you living?" And he says, "Galesburg Tower." He's living at Galesburg Towers. And the guy that was the attorney for the city says, "Oh my God." He goes, "I've heard that place is pretty rough to newcomers." He looks at me and I'm like, "Yeah, no shit." I didn't say no shit to him, but that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, no shit. So I'm gonna fill in some more details on some of these other posts here later, but had a rough year, and I'll comment more on it here in a little bit.